Hey everyone, Mr. Armitage here. In this video, we are doing another extra example, part 3 of factoring by grouping from chapter 4.4. And here we are factoring completely 3y cubed plus y squared plus 9y plus 3. Now the patterns in here are similar, right? How we can sort of find the patterns. So I'm going to write it out with all of the coefficients so we can see it absolutely clearly. Okay? You don't need to do this step if you can see it without it. So 3y cubed plus 1y squared plus 9y plus 3. Okay? This is just for us. Now let's look at these patterns. How are we going to divide this up? Okay. Well, if we notice here, okay, go from a positive 9 to a positive 3. How do we do that? Well, we divide by 3. In the previous two videos, we multiplied by a number, but in this case, we're dividing. It doesn't change anything, but we will see. On the other side, we also see to get from a positive 3 to a positive 1, we still divide by 3. Any number divided by itself, in this case 3 divided by 3, is 1. So we can factor out a 3 from the right side over here. And it's all positive, so we don't need to worry about positives or negatives right now. So we have plus 3. Well, how do we get the 9y when we take out that 3? Well, that's 3y. Okay. Plus 1. Okay. 3 divided by 3 when we factored out that 3. Okay. Now you probably have seen by now that on the left-hand side, the 3y to the third plus 1y to the second, right? We can get to that to look like 3y plus 1 by factoring out the y squared. That's 3y plus 1. Okay. Now we can factor out that 3y plus 1 and we are left with y squared plus 3. Now, before we had a difference of squares, right? Or sum of squares. Well, we only had difference of squares. Okay. Well, 3 is not a square number, so that's out. Right? We cannot solve, right? Y squared plus 3 does not have any real roots, so we cannot factor it anymore. So we are just left with 3y plus 1 quantity times y squared plus 3.